Important information following the sudden death of actor Alan Thicke.
Yes, someone in the United States suffers a heart attack every 43 seconds. So here's the question. Would you know what to do if you or someone near you was experiencing one? Dr. Mehmet Oz is the host of the Dr. Oz Show, and he's here to fill us in on all of this stuff. Hey, Dr. Oz, how are you?
Good morning.
There are a lot of things that people don't know the difference between. I didn't know the difference, but we're talking about the difference initially between a heart attack and sudden cardiac arrest. Two different things, right?
So a heart attack is when the big blood vessels that supply nourishing oxygen to the heart shut off.
Yeah.
And the heart feels like it's being attacked because literally like there's a punch on it. It's got a big bruise after a heart attack oftentimes. Sudden cardiac death is usually because the heart stops beating because it's short-circuited out. Mm-hmm. Now, they're related. You can have a heart attack, and that damaged tissue is like broken wiring on the surface of the heart, and it can short-circuit the heart and lead to this fibrillation, which is like when the heart turns to a bag of worms. But that sudden cessation of function is what leads to people collapsing on the street, and that's something that we can very eminently treat in America.
So much we don't know about the situation with Alan Thicke, but we do know it followed playing hockey, so there was exertion. We know he was conscious and alert and even talking to his son before he passed away. Of all the things you want to tell people, the first thing you tell them, call 911.
Mm-hmm. 911's important because they have things you don't have by your side. They have high-dose oxygen, they have medications, they have tools and devices, and they know how to use them. But you have to tell 911 sometimes where to take you, assuming you're conscious. So everyone right now, as soon as the segment's over, find out the closest heart and stroke center to your home. And if you collapse at home, tell people, take me to this place because they can actually help me. Not every emergency room can open your blood vessels and save your life. You're still better off there than at home, but you ideally want to get taken to a place that has the interventional ability to open up a closed blood vessel.
So you've called 911. There you are on the scene with someone. What's the second thing you should do to help that person?
Well, you can do tons of things. Besides calling 911, I always have an aspirin by my side. I'll go by your list. You straight on the heart, which is mostly about making sure you're on the ground. Because if you're standing and you collapse, you hurt yourself. Plus, you want to take stress off the heart. So if you're lying down, the heart doesn't have to pump so much against gravity, and your body's not consuming energy. Sit the patient up a tiny bit so they can breathe more readily. And if you do that, they'll be able to stay more stable.
Okay.
Put a pillow behind them.
Let's get to the aspirin now. You want somebody to be given a full dose of aspirin and not the way we normally take aspirin.
No, because we swallow aspirin. And you want 325 milligrams, which is an adult dose of aspirin. Chew it. I know it doesn't taste good, but chew the darn thing because that little bitter taste will pass quickly, but you'll be able to absorb the pieces, the crumbs in your saliva, in your mouth, so you don't have to have your stomach function. Remember, if you're having a heart attack, your stomach doesn't work so well. You need that stuff in your bloodstream immediately, and within seconds of chewing aspirin, the beneficial effects get in your bloodstream, and that benefit is that it thins the blood just enough to let a little bit of blood squeeze by a blockage that otherwise would have closed off. And that's all you need to keep you alive until docs can get to you.
You take one aspirin a day, though.
I personally take an aspirin every day. A baby aspirin. I think it makes sense for a lot of folks, but I can't give that as an official recommendation because people do have some side effects. But always carry it with you. And remember, this is really important. The person whose life you'll save will be someone you probably know. Because we drop dead in front of our relatives. So carry the aspirin in a little pouch and just pop it in your mouth or someone else's if they're having an issue.
Real quickly, we should all be trained in CPR.
Yeah.
And it'd be nice if we know where those electronic defibrillators are located.
They did a study comparing 6-year-olds to adults, and they can use the CPR device as readily as you can. They're so easy. Find out where they are, you'll save a life. And again, it'll be someone you know most likely.
Dr. Oz, thank you so much. You can see more of Dr. Oz, as you know, weekdays on the Dr. Oz Show. You can just check your local listings for that.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.